When I operate on someone's brain or spine, I use a visualization technique, and I think it makes me a better, safer surgeon. Let me tell you about it. So, when you're operating on a patient, their whole body is covered in drapes. You can't see them except for one small window, which has the tissue that you're actually operating on. So, when I'm operating, all I see is this little window of tissue. Well, what I do is I imagine in my mind that this is someone I love or who is very precious to me, like my brother, my sister, my mother, my wife, my father, my child. And what that does it makes every movement that I do in those surgeries more mindful and more careful and more thoughtful. And I think that this makes me a better surgeon because I am constantly focusing on being safe and thinking about what is the best thing for the patient. Because sometimes in surgery, actually doing more is worse because it opens up the window or the opportunity for more complications. So I think about this and I think it helps me help patients. So that's what I do as a neurosurgeon. And my reach as a neurosurgeon is limited. It may be very impactful for some people, but I can only treat so many patients. So what I do on the side is I have a podcast because this is my way of reaching potentially millions because I can give them information that basically helps them stay healthier and happier and make clear and knowledgeable decisions about their healthcare. I really think that knowledge is power, and I'm just trying to give it away free to the whole world. And that's what I do on my podcast. It's called the Dr. Kumar Discovery. If you haven't looked at it or listened to it, you should check it out. It's on any major podcast platform. You just have to search the Dr. Kumar Discovery. And I was also going to ask for a favor. If you're watching this video still, you might be willing to do it for me. I'm just trying to reach as many people as possible with this, free, good, clear, unbiased information. And I can do that if I get that algorithms to work for me. So the Apple podcast and the Spotify podcast really rely on reviews. So I'm asking if you wouldn't mind, go to Apple and scroll to the bottom of the podcast page on the app and click write a review. I'd really appreciate it. Same thing on Spotify. There's 3 little dots. You click on those and then it says rate this podcast and rate me. Hopefully you'll give me a good review and write something if you can, because that makes a big difference. And that'll help me reach more people. And if you do that, please put in the comments that you did it so I can give you a personal thank you. Cheers.